Hello, welcome to another movie review of mine. Afterwards, please take the chance to visit my website www.thesceneviewer.com, where I have thousands of movie reviews, 60 plus lists of best films per genre, yearly ranked lists with top 5 per category going back to 1914, and dozens of miscellaneous lists including TV shows, actor profiles, and top 10 films per actor. The link can be found below. Today we are reviewing About the Souffle. 1960 gave this movie a rating of 10 and was viewed in 2015 and 2020. Enormously influential, Jean-Luc Godard's first major motion picture, About the Souffle, which is better known as Breathless, isn't anything special. Mostly what I see is the avant-garde editing, aka jump cuts. There's a nice scene of Jean-Paul Belmondo and Jean Zerberg walking on the streets of Paris while the others are surprised to see him. Not much of a plot occurs. The continually improvised script is painfully evident during many conversations in the bedroom scene, dragging out for a long while. Jean-Paul Belmondo plays a highly engaging character who might be the biggest chain smoker ever, but he's the loser type who can't stop touching his lips in a strange way. A pretty face with an iconic haircut that came way before Mia Farrow. Jean Zerberg isn't interesting enough to care about. Her character is one-dimensional, but she makes for eye candy by hanging around Jean-Paul. Sadly, life left Jean Zerberg literally breathless as she committed suicide at age 40. All in all, the hype of About the Souffle, a prime example of the French New Wave, may have been built up too much for me, so I have to view it later again. One of the greatest films in French cinema, About the Souffle, immortalized Jean-Paul Belmondo and Jean Seberg forever. The first time I saw it, I didn't have a strong, favorable opinion, and now I begin to see why it's a remarkable motion picture. Yes, the jump cuts are famous and many classic scenes are seemingly improvisational, but there's a James Dean quality that's exercised by the current thespians. Infinite flexibility. It doesn't happen much in films. Actors have a limited space to move around in because they work with marks on the ground. It's easy to tell they've rehearsed the scene plenty of times, but in About the Souffle, the rules of movement are thrown out the window. On the other hand, the dialogue somewhat sucks, yet Jean-Paul Belmondo and Jean Seberg look so cool that they're beyond fault. Hence, it's a timeless movie. What's interesting about Michael is he, who's although a pathological liar, an inveterate chain smoker, and a cop killer with ADHD tendencies, seems perfectly at ease. Now that's what I call a sociopath, living in the fast lane. He was bound to die sooner or later. Of course, Jean Seberg's character is totally attracted to his bad boy persona. By the way, the writer who interviewed is Jean-Pierre Melville, the director of Les Samouraïs and L'Arme des Ombres. All in all, About the Souffle is as fresh as new as it was in 1960. Thank you so much for coming to see this review. Don't forget to visit my website at www.thesceneviewer.com.